The next question is from Senija, 1973, pronouns she, her. Before we ask the question, we want to set the intention of unconditional love and compassion with Source. May all guidance that comes through serve the highest good, bring healing, clarity, and empowerment. All wisdom applies to all time, all space, and all dimensions, with the intention of clearing to the root cause and shifting energy across all multidimensional realities. The energy work is permanent and aligned with the highest good of all, the Source. Any energies that are not aligned with the highest good are now released and returned to Source for healing. Only energies of divine truth and love are present. We reinforce the golden shield of protection around this space. Okay, so we have Sinija's question, 1973. Can you please help me clear fears of being connected to my higher self and galactic beings?
Yeah, great question, Senija. So that was very close to what John was asking. So let's go in, and this is a really, really good question because once you can feel there's a clear connection with your higher self, it brings in a lot of confidence. And then the galactic team, your guides, are kind of like an extension of your higher self. Okay, let's take a look. So Senija, and we're whipping through the records. We're actually going in the Akashic Records for Senija. So they're just kind of flying through the records to see. Yeah, so the Book of Life is the records for this present life now, and then the Akashic Records have all of the records of all time spaces, basically. So yeah, and Senija and anyone we can update our Akashic records. So our Akashic records constantly get updated, and things that are no longer relevant can get cleared. We can kind of close the book, like we saw with John. We can close the book of certain times if there's an interference. So at the beginning, what we did is we kind of went through your Akashic records and we cleared and updated everything that can be cleared and updated. So the interference is, it would have felt like static. It would have felt like fog. It would have felt like um, Yeah, it would have felt like interference. So exactly what your question is asking. So, and we want you to have that clear alignment with your higher self, because your higher self is you, but you is an ascended master. So we want the, okay, so we're just aligning basically the field with you and your higher self. So just like, this is what it feels like having your higher self a bit further. This is what it feels like to have your higher self very close. So we're just giving you that kind of like experience in your body. So you don't feel frightened of your higher self because your higher self is you. But the mind kind of convinces us to be afraid of the higher self because as soon as the higher self comes online, the mind gets basically, you know, deleted. So the more presence with the higher self through the heart. So what we're seeing is a connection between the rose order. So the rose order is with Mary Magdalene. So that's coming up a lot for now for people now. For the divine feminine. So we're just like the rose order is there for you to activate in this life now. So we're seeing it on the right side of the body. So some people see a blue rose, some people see a red rose. Um, and the information of that time in the rose order, it was like a verbal teachings and it was passed down verbally, but it was to be kept secret. It was to be kept private. Um, so we're just clearing the eyes, clearing the sadness. It's like very touching to remember this part of your lineage and it's earned. Know that it's earned. So it's not something you have to shy away from or feel humble. It's you've earned that amount of light. We're just going to clear the teeth on the upper jaw on the left. And the teeth kind of they represent organs in the body, and so we're just helping the body release, but through the teeth. So the rose order was hunted, hunted for the information, but also hunted to kind of like stop the information. So that was in a different time space. But in this time, it is safe to remember that information. It is safe to be part of the Rose Order of Mary Magdalene if you feel called. And it will feel like a relief that you don't have to keep it secret anymore, that you don't. So that is the blockage. The blockage is you're thinking, no, I have to keep this secret. I was entrusted with this. And that was true in another time space, but yeah, and you did it, you completed it. But in this life, we kind of there's remnants that come in this life to heal, and it's basically in this life you don't have to keep that information secret. It's like Pandora's box. It's out. The divine feminine is out. Finally. So, that was the fear, that was the resistance, and you were afraid you were going to hear information, and then how are you going to hold it, or how is it going to affect you? But it actually is going to make you feel really good because this information is earned, and it's about consciousness. And you can just say to your higher self, like, I'm ready. I can, there's this in this time of ascension, this time of awakening, the new earth is available now. 5D is available now, for whoever wants to choose that vibration of unity and love. But in order to be in the vibration of 5D, we do have to heal and release all past lives' times. So our bodies also need to heal from those time spaces. So the blockage with your higher self and your galactic team was just that, you were afraid to have, it was like an immense responsibility in another time space. But in this time, in this space, in the now, it's going to feel like a relief. And then you're going to find that there's many people that are part of the Mary Magdalene lineage. Yeah. And they're getting their activations now, they're getting their awakenings now, which just means consciousness. So consciousness is your higher self. Your higher self is like that connection through the heart, the pillar to source consciousness. And then the galactic team comes in around that. Yeah. So we're just aligning your heart now, and it's safe now. It's safe now in this time of ascension. It's safe. And when you're ready, you just let us know, I am ready. And what that readiness feels like. In the body is relief. The tears may come, the because the body has been holding. The body is like a guardian. It's the guardian of the soul, that's the guardian of the higher self. So the body has been like a guardian. And so the body, once you say you're ready, your body will let go. Yeah. So we'll just look and see how that lands. And then it'll be a huge relief. So we did some releases quickly through the hair because that's always fast. Fast. We're always looking for the fast track. And then anchoring into the body, connecting to the higher self, the deep I. And then connecting to divine presence, which is the divine. So that the divine feminine, the divine masculine. So the divine, it's not gender, it's your divine essence. Maybe that's a better word. So just connecting through the heart with your divine essence. And we're going to do this together. And then just breathe in and out gently. And it's the conscious mind that is like makes all this resistance, all these stories, all the drama, all the but presence is quiet. Presence is there's no drama. Your higher self, there's no drama. So we're just working on the left side, on the lower jaw as well. just releasing. Yeah, because there can be a lot of shock from past lives or past time spaces. So we're just like basically just bringing in that source golden light, just calming everything down, calming the nervous system down. It's over, those time spaces are over. Yeah, and just updating your Akashic Records now to integrate this. And then the Book of Life, which is this life now. So you'll feel a lot more freedom. You'll feel like, yeah, there's like this, the mind creates this fear of like, oh, well, what happened in a past life or what happened in time space? And it's like, yeah, sometimes really horrible things happen. But we're saying take the learning and the lessons and then extract that and bring it into the present life now, and then just release everything else. Yeah, that's a really big shift for the divine feminines. So the ones that are awakening now to who they truly are, their purpose, what they've done in other time spaces has been very powerful, and it all got shut down, but it's not shut down in this life. Yeah, so just when you're ready, just say, I'm ready, and your higher self will be with you, and your galactic team will show up. So as soon as you say you're ready, and it's basically Earth is free will, so it's by consent. So you let us know that you're ready, and then when you're ready, then the team shows up. Yeah, and this is about a sacred connection with your heart, with your inner being. So, this is sacred and it's yours. You earned it. The awakening of the divine feminines, I heard it's going to be very surprising. So, thanks, Senija. Thank you. It was a good question.